Hello again, and welcome to another installment of DC808 on the Wire. As always, Chad Blair here in our newsroom in Honolulu, talking to our very good friend, our DC Bureau Chief, as I like to call him, Kery Murakami. How the heck are you, Kery?
Aloha, Chad. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm the DC Bureau Chief of one.
Exactly. Well, you are the man. By the way, I love the fireplace. Is that your apartment?
It is. It is. It's right in Northeast DC.
Let's get right to business. I want to talk about Colleen Hanbusa. Have you heard about these poll numbers that are circulating around about a potential run for either the Senate or for governor? Have you seen those numbers?
I have. It's very interesting, Chad. But you know more than I do. So
it's so true.
What do you think of them?
It's true. I do know more than you do, Kery. It's amazing how well informed. No, actually, I took a look at these numbers. It hasn't been formally published, although it's been leaked here and there. And it's a poll by QMark. And what it shows is that Colleen Hanbusa, were she to run for governor against Neil Abercrombie next year in the primary, or were she to challenge Brian Schatz for the U.S. Senate, she would actually do very well. It's more than double digit. It's like 20, 25, nearly 30-point lead. Rather surprising. I thought it would be much closer than that. What's your reaction to this potential political lineup?
We're getting close to the end of the filing period for raising campaign contributions, and those reports will come out middle of next month. And so it's significant because it's the first time we'll get a look at how much the candidates are raising, and about a month from now we'll all be writing stories about this candidate sure looks like a contender because they raised a lot of money, or if this person doesn't have like a whole lot of money, and so they're probably out of it.
No, I think you're absolutely right, and those financial numbers will be revealing. Of course, as you noted, we'll have them here on Civil Beat. I don't think the release of the poll was unintentional. I think it was directly almost floating a trial balloon. It's pretty well known that Colleen Hanbusa is restless. She's working in a GOP-dominated House. Not much she can get done there, although she would argue that she's doing what she can. She has had her eye on the U.S. Senate, came very close to running against Mazie Hirono and Ed Case back when that seat opened up from Dana Kaka's retirement. She chose to stay in the House. And then there's the governorship. Word is she's not particularly happy about Neil Abercrombie's time in office. Remember, she was a former Senate president and knows the Capitol really well. So I think that's exactly what you're seeing. She's testing the waters. You realize the primary is only less than a year and a half away. It's August of 2014. So it's not too early, I'm guessing, particularly when it comes to raising money. But I tell you, let me just tell you something. Have you heard the latest about Brian Schatz?
I haven't.
Me neither. That's a little joke, and a friend of mine, a political junkie just like me, shared it with me yesterday. The idea being, boy, he's been under the radar. You really haven't heard much about him recently, but as you indicated, there's a fundraiser for him. I know he had a press conference yesterday to announce some initiatives concerning expanding the park system. But do you think he's starting to elevate his profile? Are people starting to talk about him a little bit more? Has his focus on climate change really made a difference in terms of his profile?
Well, I think he's trying. Last week he introduced a bill that had to do with carbon pricing, which is charging a fee to manufacturers that contribute to carbon pollution. And then on Saturday he had an op-ed that he wrote that ran on Huffington Post.
Oh, that's right. Meanwhile, the last topic I want to bring up, Tulsi Gabbard once again getting more play on national media. Of course, she was on CNN to discuss the anniversary of the Iraq War. It's now been 10 years this week. She's also on this web-based reality program. I think it's called Chasing the Hill. And what do you know? She was actually seen in Georgetown wearing her, are you ready for it? Her red jacket, not the blue jacket. And the article even noted that she was wearing that red jacket. It really makes her stand out. But she's got to be thinking about running for the Senate as well right now.
Of course, she applied for the position after Senator Inouye died.
Just like Colleen Hanbusa did as well, right?
Yeah. She's becoming very, very visible.
You got to wonder where she's going to show up next. I'm thinking either Bill O'Reilly or Anderson Cooper, but we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Well, Kery, as always, so much to talk about going on back there in D.C., but we only have so much time. But I want to thank you as always and look forward to talking with you next week about D.C. politics. And for another installment of DC808 on the Wire, I'm Chad Blair in Honolulu. A hui ho.